Hey guys, what's going on? I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but if you have a tree or a bush that you really like, or maybe your neighbor or your grandmother or whoever has a pear tree, plum tree, whatever, it don't matter, persimmon tree, and you would like to have one, and maybe you can't find it at a nursery or you don't want to spend the money for it, you can make an exact clone of that tree by using a technique they call air layering. Uh, it's still a little early. It's January the 6th, I believe. But I was wanting to come out here and prune all of my fruit trees. And when I got out here before I started pruning everything, I got to thinking that I want to try out these. This is a something somebody's come up with for air layering. It's a it's like a ball. You put your dirt in it, and then you just place the limb right through here and close it up on it, and that keeps your dirt around your around your cut that we will make on this limb. But anyway, I did try these things last year. uh, Apparently what I think, because none of them did, what I think it is now that I've thought on it for a while, what I think it is the amount of dirt in here is just so small that my dirt dried out. So those tender little roots, when they went to put out, they dried out. So that's what I'm thinking is the problem with this. Well, I've got a perfect limb right here. This limb will make a perfect tree. But since I've already failed with these one time, I'm gonna do these. I got this one and I got this one right here. So both of these are gonna be trees that's already gonna be, 2 to 3 foot tall. Once I get them to sprout out. But what I'm gonna do, since I'm experimenting more, I'm gonna use these little things again. The other way is more aggravating. It's you're trying to find a piece of plastic and get it tied up. But the other way I do it, when you put that plastic around it and you seal it up, it retains that moisture. And see, I think that's the problem. These don't retain the moisture. So what I want to do is, I've got a couple of pear trees, and then this is a crabapple tree. Uh, what I'm going to do is, once a week, whatever, I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to come out here and I'm going to keep watering this thing, because it's got like a funnel on top. And I'm just going to pour water in it and try to keep this dirt moist. But anyway, that's the gist of what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do some smaller limbs. That way, if it don't work, I'm not so worried about it. And the other way I do it, like I said, I mean, it's always worked out great for me. I've done, all kinds of fruit trees, apple trees, fig, crepe myrtles, all of that's worked. And I used this on a crepe myrtle, and it did not work last year. But like I said, I think my problem was the dirt in here dried out. So anyway, let's give this a shot. All right, let's get started here. What I'm going to do is, this is where a leaf would put out right here, or perhaps a bloom or whatever. But I'm going to start just below that. And I'm going to come down about an inch and cut all the way around again. And all you're doing is just cutting through that outer bark skin. put a little bit of rooting hormone on this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cup, this little cup, I'm going to put some dirt in it. Alright, so what I've done is I've filled this thing with dirt. And what we'll do is we're going to close that thing up just like that on this wound that we created. Yeah, I don't know how much I like these things or not. That's why I'm experimenting with them. I think one thing I'm going to have to do is get a clothespin and put it at the bottom of this thing to keep it in place. Because you want it to stay right here. And you know, I may actually need to get a little bit bigger limb. Okay, this is a little bit bigger diameter, so we'll try it. What's going to happen is if this thing does root, then this will be my tree, this will be my root ball, and I'll just come in here and snip this off, and I can go plant that. And I've got a tree that's already, that's 2 foot tall. Put a little root hormone on here. Perfect. And now we'll put our ball of dirt on here. They definitely need a better way to attach these. I do actually feel a little bit better about this one. It's not as loose. Yeah, that's actually pretty snug right there. So maybe that is the secret to using these things, is you just need to kind of size it to the limb, because that's what I did, was come over here and just literally clamped it around it when it was empty. It didn't have any dirt in it, and it fit real nicely on that. So now with the dirt in it and the zip ties, I mean, that's solid. I feel pretty good about that one right there. I'm gonna go ahead and trim these back. I don't want all of this anyway. So if this works, this is my whole tree right here. This whole thing. I'll clip it right here and be able to plant that right in the ground. Now, when I say if this works, I know air layering works. The question is these things. But like I said, I can come in here and I can pour some water in that. I'm gonna keep this dirt moist, and we'll see. Maybe I'll have a little bit better luck with it. And then I'll probably leave them. Oh, I don't know. 6, maybe 8 weeks, and then we'll open it up and see if we got any roots in there.